Welcome back to Android Q&A. My name is Jayce, and this is where we try and answer your most pressing Android questions. And today is not just about why smartphones are so expensive, but what you can do to get the best bang for your buck. Now, if you think your smartphone is expensive, check out this puppy. It's called the Savelli Jardin Secret. And it's no secret because it starts at $9,000. Starts at $9,000. With that, you get iguana leather, 18 karat gold, it's ceramic, and of course, diamonds. For that amount of money, it should grow my hair back so I look like a brony. But when it comes to smartphone pricing, there's really one paramount question, and it's this. With smartphones that are upwards from $600 to $800 or more, why is it that we have tablets that use more resources, larger screens, and are far less mainstream, but are yet less expensive than smaller smartphones? Listen to what one Asus executive said to that very question. With small devices, Asus's regional director Jonathan Santob said, often there's more engineering, development, and testing required to shrink down the components without affecting the heating, for example, and still offering the best performance. I think the development and tooling costs are also slightly higher. Question is, do you buy it? No, I don't. This may have been somewhat true in the earlier stages of smartphone development, but by today's standards, so many people are buying smartphones. It's like the #1 electronic purchase around the world. People are buying more smartphones more frequently than they do laptops, televisions, cameras, anything. Economies of scale have to play a significant role in reducing the manufacturing costs of these smartphone devices. So, why are they so high? Simple: supply and demand. And for those of you who haven't studied business yet, this is the definition of supply and demand. Supply is the amount of something that is available. Demand is how much of that thing people want to buy. Smartphones are hard to make and manufacture. It takes a lot of time, research, and engineering skill to produce it. It's not like Fez dispensers that we can make for cheap and sell at the dollar store. On the other hand, we have a ravenous, insatiable appetite for smartphones, and we will therefore pay almost anything that the manufacturer asks us to pay. Simple: supply and demand. That's why smartphones cost the way they do. But there are ways to minimize that cost, and it works like this. Here's an example. Take a 32GB Galaxy S5, which is water resistant and features a heart rate monitor and fingerprint scanner. It costs $256.52 to build, according to a teardown done by IHS, and is selling for around $650 off contract in the US. That's a $393 profit or a 40% markup. Now, to be fair, we're not factoring in research and development, supply chain management, and of course marketing, but still, that's a lot of cheddar. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, Jayce, I can go to my local AT&T retail shop or my own carrier and buy the Samsung Galaxy S5, a great phone, for $200, $199 on contract. I got a great phone, affordable price, I'm ready to rock and roll. No, my friends, you are caught in the matrix. Wake up. You are getting milked, you are getting bled dry. Exactly how much will differ depending on the phone and your carrier and your plan, so you need to do the math yourself, but this is how it worked for me. Now, I won't bore you with the math for me, but it turns out that over a 2-year period alone, I've saved over $600 getting the Nexus 5 off contract than I would buying a new flagship phone from a carrier like I did with the original Galaxy Note. Yeah, they bled me really, really good. And that was a 3-year contract, so that was close to $900 that I was bled. Not good. So, rule number 1, buy off contract. Buy a Nexus device if you can afford it, $350 or $400 if you want the 32GB model like I did. And if that's too much for you, you can't save up for a few months for that, consider the Moto E at $130. It's hard to go wrong. I bought the Moto G for my teenagers, and it's almost as powerful as the Nexus 5. The Moto E has gotten great reviews. It's not a super powerful phone, but it's a very, very decent phone for the price. And if you're in India or any of the other Android One countries, you have many more options for $100 to $130 smartphone. Check those out. Don't give in to the carrier evilness and buy into a contract. You're gonna be bled, and bled bad. And the final way to save a lot of money on a decent Android phone is to buy off eBay from a reputable seller, a seller who cares about their reputation and can sell you a used phone that is still of good quality. It's a great way to get a cheap used phone off contract. All right, thanks for watching Android Army. My name is Jayce. Love to connect with you right here on Google Plus or Twitter. I would still love some more suggestions on what more topics I should cover for Android Q&As. I'm running out of inspiration. I need some help. So put them in the comments below. I will read them. I can't respond to them all though. Don't forget about my brothers in Android, Josh, Joe, and the Tech Ninja, Kevin, Lon, and Chris, all working really hard for the best content on the web. See you next week on Android Q&A.